Dlamini Zuma could face contempt charges, but will she go to jail? Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to News in 5. I'm your host Joe Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so recently Sakeliga posted this on X. Lockdown transparency. Sakeliga files application for contempt against Cooperative Minister NDZ. After 3 years, our longest battle yet to obtain state records under PAIA moves into its next important phase. Sakeliga remains committed to establishing accountability and preventing a repeat of such disastrous state interventions. Okay, so for those of you who may not know, Sakeliga wants the records of decision-making about the state of disaster declarations. You'll remember that month after month after month, the state of disaster was renewed, and NDZ approved and took decisions on most of those lockdown regulations. So Sakeliga is asking for those documents to be given to them so they can finally see what were the reasons as to why NDZ and the ANC kept on renewing the state of disaster. But of course, she refused the initial request. And then when Sakeliga obtained a court order in November of 2022 to force disclosure, she failed to comply. Then in February 2023, before a contempt of court application against her could be finalized, Dr. Dlamini Zuma was replaced as the cooperative minister. The change in minister caused the proceedings to be delayed through 2023 because of the necessity to afford the current minister an opportunity to comply. However, the current minister failed to make use of this opportunity and has now also emerged into contempt of the November 2022 order. She has therefore been joined as the key respondent to our contempt application, both in her official and personal capacity. If she does not comply, she will be liable to face the serious court sanctions Dr. Dlamini Zuma would have faced. Sakeliga has brought a high court application to have the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Kohta, declared guilty of contempt of court. Now the ruling obviously has not been had yet, but Sakeliga is continuing the fight to get those documents. Sakeliga remains committed to bringing transparency about the state of disaster policies of 2020. These unprecedented state interventions had severe short-term and long-term consequences. Our goal is to ensure that the state cannot again initiate such drastic and socio-economically damaging interventions on the basis of untransparent processes, opaque rationale, and unpublished assessments of broad societal consequences. While the cooperative minister has handed over some records related to the PAIA request since a court order in favor of Sakeliga in November 2022, the minister has not substantively complied. Many crucial records remain outstanding, and for some of the monthly decisions to extend the state of disaster regulations, no records at all have been provided. The application was brought in the Pretoria High Court. So Sakeliga has been fighting this fight, as mentioned before, for 3 years, and it's clear they're not going to give up. But I wonder if, granted the contempt of court guilty verdict on NDZ, if she really would even go to jail. I mean, we all saw what happened when her ex-husband / president or ex-president of this country, Zuma, Jacob Zuma, was also guilty of contempt of court, and he didn't really last much in jail. I mean, what I mean by that is he didn't stay in jail for very long. And I wonder if NDZ went to jail, would this mean that we're going to have July riots 2.0, which will eventually turn into looting, which will mean that people will start stealing TVs because they're hungry? I don't know. Only time will tell. But I do hope Sakeliga is very successful in getting those documents. It would be very, very, very interesting to see what was the rationale behind the ANC renewing the state of disaster time and time again. You can trust that I'll keep a close eye on this story. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. I'd really like to hear from you. If you enjoyed this content, you might enjoy these videos. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming your way. And with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.